All right. Just got off of work. Try to do this. Try to make videos while I'm driving home. Maybe it'll help me stay awake. Um, it sucks because I don't feel like I have the energy. The last couple of days, I haven't felt like I wanted to make videos. Something weird happened to me the other night. So I was in the basement using the bathroom. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and all of a sudden the lights turned off. I'm like, what the fuck? Dude, I'm freaking out, man. Like, what the hell's going on? I'm in an old house. Somebody did die there before. I don't think that she died a traumatic death. I think she died like an old age or whatever. And I really haven't. I felt like comfortable in the upstairs. But when I go in the basement, even though it's kind of like halfway finished or whatever, it still has like a creepy vibe to it. But I think it's like I've played tricks on myself or whatever. I'm very like, I have a big imagination, so I kind of like screw myself over, I guess. Anyway, I still have like a childlike, still like a childlike person inside me. So the light just turned off. I'm taking a piss, and the lights turned off. Like 2 different places, the lights turned off. So I'm kind of like, I want to turn the light, and the light turned on. Like, I went to turn it on, and it turned on right away. Like, I went upstairs, and since I'm in like an old house, I could hear like people walking around upstairs, my kids or whatever, with the floorboards, and I didn't hear nobody walking. So I'm like, how the hell did they turn it off? And just like, I went upstairs and they were both in their rooms. Like, what the hell happened? So I'm like, kind of like freaking out, like, what is going on? Like, that's pretty big statement if there was like an entity there just to like turn the lights off on me like that. So what I did is I asked AI, like, what is a possibility? What is an explanation for this? And AI said that it could be a circuit overload, that not everything turns off, but like just, old wiring in the basements or whatever, they're linked up. And then it dawned on me that I changed a couple light bulbs. There's a fixture that wasn't working, a light that wasn't working, a ceiling light. So I put a couple fresh light bulbs in there, and now it works. And I know it just sounds funny, like, so stupid. But, like, I don't know. I'm not an electrician. I don't know anything about circuits or anything. That's why I like AI. I feel like there's so many different things that I can get some, like, general knowledge about, at least for right now, anyway. That stuff I don't know. Then I'll have to ask somebody. Maybe they don't know. Maybe I get told the wrong information. Maybe I get told the wrong information by AI. But I think, like, pretty much it's usually on point. Anyway, I don't even know what I'm gonna make about this video. I don't even know if I'm gonna publish it. I just thought it was kind of funny. I even like saged the house. I'm wondering, like, if I like freak myself out, like I get like a cold chill down my back, if it's just like me freaking myself out. But yeah, it's kind of like, I don't know. I just thought that was kind of weird. And then to see AI tell me this could be a possibility, and it probably was. So like I'm just gonna get like a bunch of wall night lights, because how my basement is set up is there is a finished part and then there's a part that's kind of finished. It's like halfway. So like you could, it's not like there's a door or anything, it's just like you walk right into it. And at night it's pitch black in there, you can't see nothing. So it is kind of creepy, like what's lurking around in there, you know, whatever. So I'm just gonna get a bunch of like, I got these wall night lights I can put in the outlets, and hopefully it puts off a little bit of light in there. So when I go down there, and it's like, it's better too, instead of actually using the light bulbs, it's actually cheaper, and it's actually safer. Like what I do is I keep like the kitchen light on at night, so if somebody has got gets up and get a drink or something, it's not like completely black in there. So I'm gonna use those lights too. I got a couple of those lights. Just trying to get more comfortable. Like, my bedroom's is gonna be in the basement now, and like it's a finished room. You know, it's the room that I was shooting. It's kind of finished. I was shooting the videos, and the room that's like completely black, it's a big room. That's the video. That's the room I shoot videos in now. I changed it, so yeah. And it's pretty cool about the basement is like I can work out in there and stuff, and I can do like little, not like long sprints, but some kind of sprints. I can do some yoga, I can do push-ups and stuff like that. And, you know, I was listening to Big Ward, and he was talking about how he used to like to go out on the town. You know, he likes to, something that I never really liked too much. I used to like doing that stuff when I was a kid. Sometimes go out with friends or whatever, and you know, when I was like 19, 20, they had a place called, I used to live in Jessup Beach, Florida, and they had it called Jammin' Jensen, where they'd have like people just sitting outside these different stores at night, you know, 8, 9 o'clock, playing like blues music. You could walk past. It wasn't really my style back then, but you know, that's where we congregate sometimes, and just, you know, somewhere to hang out anyway. I really don't care about any of that crap. Like I made a video, I said I don't like to go to bars. It actually did pretty good on here, but yeah, I don't, when's the last time I've been to a bar? Before COVID? So it's been probably like 5 years since I've been to I don't know, like I guess I went to the bar when my bosses took me out as a goodbye when I left from Washington State. That was in 2020. But I really don't like going out to bars, so I haven't really been out to a bar since. I haven't wanted to date. Like, I used to love to date. I haven't really cared about that. And he was talking about like stuff that he used to like doing that he doesn't care about doing anymore. Even for like a couple months ago, you know, he used to be all about materialistic stuff, and he's kind of like seeing that it doesn't really matter. You know, you can have all like this material stuff, and people at the end of the day, they don't care. And I don't think that people are really that impressed anymore anyway. So it's just like, what's the point of having this like cars that are really cool or whatever, that, you know, back in like the 60s or even like the 90s or whatever, turn heads. But it's like a status symbol, but people don't care. I kind of look at stuff like that. It's like, man, I'm gonna have to put it all. I'm gonna be a slave for what? Nobody cares anyway. So I gotta put in all this work to try to look cool, and nobody cares anyway. And he was going on saying like Jay-Z was all about that before, and now before he was a billionaire, now he's a billionaire, and he kind of dresses like basically like a bum, like just regular, like you don't dress fancy, you know what I mean? And I'm at that stage. I pretty much like just want to feel comfortable. Like, I mean, I could figure out some kind of fashion, but like, what's the damn point? It's like, I don't even care about going to the store. I haven't cared about going to the store looking nice at all. Anywhere, really. You know. Just like gym shorts or sweatpants, and just don't care. You know? Like, what's the point? Maybe it's just because I'm old and washed up and I'm over the hill or whatever. But I've been in the state for a while, man. It's like, even when like 10 years ago, I was like just wearing gym shorts everywhere. Don't really care about really looking too nice. Like, don't care about my image, really. Kind of just like, it's kind of like, just get ready, just kind of chill, get ready for the next time I have to go to work, I guess. That's all I got to look forward to these days, is going to work. And like, it's such a like repetitive cycle, not style. I'm a little bit out of it. Where I'm kind of like waiting to go to work on my days off, and it kind of gets to the point where I don't know, what do you look forward to anymore? So like, and I'm trying to get to the point where I'm not like, oh, I can't wait to get off of work, because that's what I was like, just kind of like, it is what it is. I gotta do this boring, monotonous, repetitive life. It's so repetitive and boring, man. Like, seriously. I wonder if like that's just how we're supposed to be made, like to be made. Like, just like, you know how we have to go to sleep every night or every day, whatever your sleep schedule is. Our circadian rhythm wants us to sleep at night, and it makes sense because like it's dangerous at night. So people like to hunker down at night and go to sleep. It's easier to sleep when the lights are off. Than it is if it's bright out. But it's so weird how repetitive it is, and how we need rituals, traditions, whether it's like seasonal traditions or weekly traditions when it comes to like church. Some people like to have family dinners every once a week, or go to church once a week. It seems like we need structure like that. Like, work is kind of like that, where for the most part we're all like mostly NPCs, and in the grand scheme of things we really don't matter. Like, our own little lives are just like, we might make a little impact, or hold a little bit up, but like, does it really? What are we really doing? You know what I mean? Like, why am I going to work? Because I want to be able to have food in my mouth tomorrow, have a roof over my head tomorrow. But like, it's like nowadays, especially since when you go to work, you really don't feel like you're that far ahead. You know, it's just kind of like maintaining, not being homeless. That's all we're really doing nowadays. You would think that like the rich people would like, instead of like trying to take from us all the time, like, you know, give a little bit back. You know, you're not gonna have anyone to sell to in the future if that's what we're gonna keep going with, like buying and selling, and you know, perhaps we replace all of our jobs and we don't have any money to buy the products that they make anymore. So what's the point of anything? What's the point of it? You know, the point of it right now is to trade your labor for money, so you can go ahead and buy something else that you might need later with it, or you want. That's the whole point of money. We should be able to save in money too. It's like we really can. You know, you've got to save in assets. I should be able to save up without having to worry about inflation, be it my hard work being inflated away, and that's where we're at. I don't know what the end goal is. I don't know what the elites are trying to do. Like, they only really think like every quarter, man. They don't really think that far ahead. They don't think like people are gonna come at them with the pitchforks one day. They really just think that society is just, they haven't learned nothing from Luigi at all, I guess. You have a bunch of young people who are just completely fucked, and you know, at some point they're not gonna really care. They're gonna be like, I got nothing to live for, man. I don't give a fuck no more. I don't give a fuck about this system. This whole system can burn. I don't give a shit. That's where they're at. They lack empathy. You know, I've said this stuff before, but this society is fucked, man. Like, even if I was like, I wanted to date, I realize it is damn near impossible for me to hold a woman's attention long term. I can't compete with the internet, man. I can't compete with other guys in my own reality. And I can't compete with the internet. I can't compete with AI. You know, I can't compete with that. I think that's what a lot of guys are at. They're like, yeah, you know, you can maybe find a woman to bang or whatever. But when it comes to a long-term relationship, you know how people used to have, like, die with each other? That's pretty much gone. You know, they have starter houses. It's pretty much starter marriages. Like, I'm not really... So right now I'm playing NCAA football, and it's intriguing to me. I mean, I'm pretty much done what I'm doing already, but I mean, it's a little bit better than last year's. But at some point I'll get bored of that. It's like, what's next? I'm thinking, like, after all this adapting I've been doing, you know, new job, new place to live, hopefully, like, my creativity can come back. I don't know. I would like to come up with some more lyrics. I mean, we'll see. But it's kind of like, why create anything? Like, what does it matter? Because it's like, whatever I create is going to be in the trash anyway. I might as well just create stuff and just throw it in the trash. Because that's the only value it really has. Nobody cares about it. Nobody wants to listen to any song I come up with, or read my book, or, you know, I don't even know why I get people watching my videos. I don't even understand why people are intrigued with what I have to say. I don't feel like there's anything. I feel like I'm pretty boring. I don't really have the biggest personality. I get it, like, okay, like, maybe like 20 people will watch my videos, but it's like, I don't know why. Nothing like really. Maybe there's some relatability or something with that, but maybe some of the topics some of the stuff I talk about, but yeah, it's quite depressing nowadays, and it's not like I'm depressed, you know, but I'm like Big Ward was saying, he's not excited about anything, and that's where I'm at. I'm not really excited. I was excited when Trump won. I thought that was pretty exciting. I was excited to see the inauguration and stuff like that, but I just feel like life is just constant letdowns, you know what I mean? I always have higher expectations. I guess that childlike person in me isn't completely dead. I guess I'm not a real man because I still have the childlike naive or innocence, or until I still can create. I don't know. I think people they're just going through the motions and don't even know what the fuck they're doing. I think a lot of people are just on autopilot. That's what I think. Like me driving, I'm not really thinking too much. I'm not really continuously focused on the road. Because I don't really have to be. I'm just like on autopilot. I do a lot of that at work too. Like I'm doing samples at work and making sure our product is in spec. And it's kind of like I'm just going through the motions. And it's like I'm not even really thinking about it, just automatically. And I think that, like, we are some kind of like NPCs to some certain extent. But I really don't think that we're fully conscious, like 24/7 all the time. Maybe there's a couple people that are. But I think a lot of us are on autopilot. You know, even if you're like the highest IQ person, I think that there's certain tasks that maybe you just, they're repetitive, like doing the dishes. You just put yourself on autopilot, like you're doing it. You know, you're somewhat conscious, but you're not just like focused completely. It's just like maybe certain things garner your attention more than others. Just kind of like, I wanna. This plate isn't that dirty. Stuff's coming off pretty easy with just the water. Just gonna put some, like, scrub it real quick with the You know, like, you don't really sit there and think about it too much. So it's like, I think we go in and out of autopilot a lot. And I think there's a lot of people on autopilot a lot. And I don't think I'm that special, man. I look at myself compared to other people, and I know you're not supposed to compare yourself to other people, but it's like, I just feel like people are like way smarter than me. I feel like everybody else is like way more interesting. A lot of the times nowadays, I just stay quiet. You know, a lot of people, like, I don't know why, but just because I'm so quiet, they're like, oh, he's a mass shooter. Like, okay. Because they, like, you know, people are introvert or don't talk a lot, they're considered mass shooters. It's like, dude, I'm 45, man. I haven't done anything like that before. I'm not ever gonna start doing that crap. I don't have any type of desire to do that. It's just so annoying. Like, maybe I just don't. I'm not intrigued by what you're talking about. You know what I've noticed is, like, when people get in groups and shit, they just like talk shit about other people. You know what I mean? And it's easy to get dragged into that shit because it's interesting, you know? It's like, you hear about this, or you just like, it makes yourself feel better about yourself. Oh, they ain't shit. Blah, 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 this and that. Just like, fucking laugh at them. And that's what a lot of people do, is they just talk shit on other people. I really don't like to do that, because I know the consequences. The consequences of me talking shit on other people and around people that I have to be around in real life is like, somebody's gonna find out and I have to deal with that shit. Fucking awkward. So, like, I just rather just not partake in that fucking shit. Ever since I was a kid, you know, the family events, I don't know if it's because of how I was raised, but you see the adults, you know, at picnics or whatever, or fucking some type of event where they're just sitting around bullshitting, and it's just like, I can do that with like a couple people, but I can't do that with like more than like 2 people. Just sit there and just bullshit about it. I don't know, it's just such a surface level conversation. I like more in-depth shit, man. I like shit that's like real. I can do surface level conversation. I was laughing at Nick Fuentes, listening to him today. He was like talking about men. Talking about like sports guys who, and I used to be one. These are probably like the biggest NPCs, who are like, all they care about is sports. They don't learn anything else. They don't give a fuck about anything else. They don't know anything about anything else. They're just like, duh. I don't relate to those people. Most people I just don't relate to, man. Just don't relate. It's not like I'm like really, really smart. I feel like I'm pretty dumb, actually. And that could be confidence, lack of confidence. I don't know. It could be because, like, I'm not good at speaking. I'm not good at holding tonality. I don't know. When people were explaining shit to me, like, that's the fucking worst. Man, I'm trying to, like, when somebody's like, I can't even look at them anymore. It's better for me not to even look at people when they're talking. Because they fucking distract me. I'm like judging them. I'm like looking at their mannerisms, seeing how they act, taking note. And then I don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. I hate when people try to like give me directions and I'm trying to like visualize this shit. That's like the worst. Or like when I have to go do a job function, they're like trying to tell me something. I'm like, fuck, man. I'm not gonna remember all that shit. Just goes in one ear and out the other, and I'm just kind of like fucking nodding. Yeah, I just want to end this social interaction. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I like to see people do something because I don't want to try to reinvent the wheel. I'd rather watch them do it. Sometimes it might take me a couple of times to catch on as well. Just because I see somebody do it one time doesn't mean I'm gonna remember. I feel like I've taken on so much information. I'm constantly trying to forget shit. My brain is. I feel like sometimes like I'm overwhelmed. Now I'm kind of just like, I wonder if like we are taking on too much information nowadays. But maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just fucking dumb or whatever. I don't know. At this point, I'm just like talking shit and trying to stay awake, honestly. I'm pretty fucking tired. Yeah, like driving home, like this shit's so fucking boring to me. It's so fucking boring. I just got done working 12 hours, 7 o'clock in the morning. Just trying to make it home without fucking falling asleep at the wheel. I did have a coffee, so I was like, but still, like, that only works so much. I was eating, so I'm trying to get my shit back on track with like my diet, my eating style. Like I just had a big trip and went to go pick up a family member, and now it's kind of like I just want to get into a rhythm where I can get all dialed in when it comes to eating, what I eat, when I eat, getting into working out. And sitting in a car like this for like 31 hours is absolutely brutal. And I haven't really worked out. Like I did some push-ups yesterday. Did some sprints down the basement, but because I was trying to do like 100 push-ups a day. I think that gym is just fucking like pointless anymore. I don't even really want to go. I used to like going to the gym. I feel like it's pointless. Anyway, I think that's enough. Y'all take it easy.